Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share about 3 of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 30-year-old Kristi Munn, 24-year-old Joshua Munn, and 20-year-old Kayli Munn are siblings. They, along with their parents and Kristi's minor child, were seen on surveillance video climbing through a broken window at the Capitol on January 6th. They were also seen inside a Senate office. And as with their parents, the Munn siblings memorialized their crimes on social media and in private messages. Kristi shared January 6 photos on Facebook as well as Snapchat. In one, she was wearing a Keep America Great flag as a cape. And in a private Facebook message, she said, quote, "We were in the Capitol," and quote, "just keep that bit of info on the DL for right now. There was no security, no National Guard. I can promise you no one destroyed anything walking through the Capitol." However, the FBI obtained a video that was recorded by Kristi. This was taken from inside of the Capitol. She was looking out the window, recording out the window, and in it you can clearly see a line of officers facing off with Trump's mob. There's also a second video that was live streamed online, and it was someone else recording Kristi recording through the window. So she's full of it. Also in a January 7th Facebook post, Kristi wrote, quote, "I was just thinking, tear gas tastes like freedom. Hashtag stop the steal. Hashtag Trump is my president." Later that day, in a Facebook reply, Kristi wrote, quote, "They gassed us all. We never fought back. We pushed forward and asked them to join us. So proud of my patriots." In an FBI interview, though, Kristi denied entering the Capitol. So all of a sudden, she's not so proud anymore. She also denied taking part in any criminal activity. So Kristi's story is, I didn't see any security, but if I did, they were the aggressors as I illegally entered a government building. Her brother, Joshua, is equally full of shit. In a January 6th private message on Facebook, Joshua wrote, quote, "Before you hear it on the news, I family marched on DC today. It was extremely cool. We did enter the Capitol. There was no violence from the protesters at all. It all came from the police, believe it or not. It was super cool. Everything was cool till the cop used tear gas. That is when people got mad, but still never hurt anyone." So Joshua was asked how he got in, and he replied, quote, "The first group opened up a window, sort of say, and we followed it through." That's a nice way of saying breaking in. He added, quote, "No, we did not break in. The window was open when I got there." But then he changed his story and he wrote, quote, "There was one thing that I will say. We may have broken a couple windows to get in, but when we were there, no one was allowed to damage, break, or steal anything in the Capitol building." In another private message on January 7th, Joshua stated, quote, "So yeah, they don't know shit, and the cop looked calm and happy outside of the Capitol, but the one on the inside were trying to get us mad. They would try using tear gas, shoot a couple of people with rubber bullets. We weren't over by that, though. I am still feeling the tear gas, so yeah, I'm pissed. It was all over the Capitol building. They used it in the hallway to try and keep us out." I mean, but wait. No violence, nobody there protecting it, according to your sister, but there was tear gas. There were rubber bullets. I'm so confused. The youngest of the siblings is Kayli. She also sent damning messages. On January 6th, in a private Facebook message, she referred to the Capitol attack as, quote, "fucking great." And then she admitted, quote, "Holy shit, we were inside the fucking Capitol." And when she was interviewed by the FBI in July of last year, she told the same lies as her mother and father. She claimed that an officer spread trash around the Capitol bathroom. But then when they pressed her about the details, she admitted that she didn't actually witness this herself. Then she also alleged that Antifa was at the Capitol, something her parents said. When they asked her to describe what Antifa looks like, she couldn't provide a description. So, like I said in their parents' video, this is what real indoctrination looks like. So all of the three Munn siblings were arrested on July 13th of last year. They were charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. In May of this year, all three pleaded guilty to the parading charge. So they were each facing up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor asked for only 21 days in jail for each of them, 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and then $500 in restitution for Kristi and Kayli. I couldn't locate a sentencing memo for Joshua, but I assume that the prosecutor asked for the same, possibly lower for him on the jail sentence, especially. Evidently, he has a medical condition and it makes it difficult for him to stand. So it is possible that they requested a lower punishment for him. In court, Kayli told the judge that she wished everyone would have just stayed outside, but she said, quote, "We had an idea in our heads that we were fighting a monster." So U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell presided over all of the Munn family cases, and she asked Kayli, "Who's the so-called monster? Who are you referring to in your mind?" Kayli failed to give a direct answer. So just as with all of the other things that were put in her head that she was brainwashed into believing, she had no clue. She's clearly just parroting all this BS. The judge also said to the entire family that the Munn family trip, quote, "went so far off the rails, there are 5 family members standing before a federal judge at sentencing." In the end, Judge Howell sentenced each of the Munn siblings to 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and a $500 restitution fee. And then she also hit Kristi Munn with an additional 90 days of home confinement, presumably either because she's older, because she's the 30-year-old, or it could be because she brought her minor child with her to the Capitol. So I have no doubt in my mind that this family is going to be back at it again. If they don't get their way in 2024, they're going to throw another giant tantrum. I guarantee it. They have learned nothing. The parents clearly serve their children a lot of Kool-Aid in this house. They're all slurping it up. I mean, and the mom is still spouting off. If you guys saw my video about the mom and the dad yesterday and their sentencing, she's still repeating the same fairy tales from Trump's election fraud lies. So they're going to be back. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.